What's up, Team Dink? I just got to the trout stream and we're gonna just see if we can go catch some browns. I'm gonna be super honest with you. Lately I've been really indecisive about what I want to target. Bluegill, bass, trout, I'm kind of all over the place. So please, what is your feedback? What would you like to see me fish for? Because I've been indecisive and I need your help. Comment below what you'd like to see me do in the future and I will do it because, I don't know, I need some guidance, folks. Regardless, today we're going for trout, so let's get started.
Okie dokie, folks. So what I've got rigged up at this point is actually like a micro drop shot with this little pink worm on it. My friend Trevor actually hand poured that. I don't know whether it'll work or not, but you know me, I like to experiment. And then the other thing is a handmade spinner that I actually made the other day. It's funny because my parents gave me a do-it-yourself spinner making kit back in high school like 10 years ago. And I just put it to use because I found all the stuff. Today I tried something a little different. I went ahead and put a little swivel on there and used a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader just to reduce the visibility of my line. Not sure if it'll make a huge difference or not, but I don't think it'll hurt by any means. My spinner spins beautifully. As you can tell, the ground is basically frozen. And that's part of the reason I haven't been doing a whole lot of bass fishing lately, is just because we've been having pretty cold weather. It's not like it's been super warm yet. So once we start getting some better warming, oh my Lord, thank goodness for muck boots. Spins beautifully. Oh, dude, first freaking cast in this pool and one just came out of nowhere to swipe it. Oh baby, that makes me feel just absolutely great. I was not expecting that, folks. I was mostly just testing out the spinner to see how she spins. That is why I'm getting so addicted to trout. Their bites are really freaking aggressive. I have no idea what to expect, but a little micro drop shot feels like it'll work. And I'm just gonna kind of let that sit on the bottom and just kind of twitch it back slowly. You know, I don't know what to think right now about the drop shot, but I definitely think the handmade spinner is going to be put to use today. It's not even 30 degrees out today. The sun is shining, but it is cold. So at this point, my favorite spinner that I've used so far is the black and yellow Panther Martin. That's what inspired me to make this one the way I did. Gold blade, gold parts on it, but then I used a Sharpie to kind of make it all black. I don't know, it looks about like my favorite Panther Martin and it spins well, so there's no reason why it won't get chomped. I probably should have tied up more than just two, just because obviously this place is notoriously snaggy, as you've seen in numerous videos. But it is what it is. If I lose them, I lose them. Oh, what a cast. Come on, reward me. Reward me. There he is. I knew it. I knew it. I knew there'd be one right there. Not a bad fish. There we go. Man, head shaker, jumper. Okay, let's get the net. Not a bad fish. Boom. All right. How about that? Handmade spinner catches a nice little brownie. The fact that he's on something that I made with my own two hands literally yesterday makes it even better. Boom, let's go, let's go. Yes. We got this make your own inline spinner kit at Cabela's. My parents gave it to me for like Christmas, maybe 10 years ago. And basically you just get these little wires, which then you put a hook, you slide a hook on them, you fold that over, clamp it down, and then you put one of these things on there, a couple beads, a little clevis with a little spinner on there, and then you basically twist it around. And it's like super, super easy, but this thing works well. I mean, it spins really good. It's a little heavier to where I can get it down in the water column. Feeling really good about this thing right here. I'm stoked right now, folks. I'm super stoked. That fish wasn't exactly a dink. It certainly wasn't a donk. It was just somewhere in the middle, you know? I'm okay with it. I'm gonna try that drop shot in this pool too. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes just giving them a fresh look at something else makes all the difference. I like experimenting with different lures, and I like trying to build up a confidence with new lures as well. It's just, you never know until you try something. So I always recommend bringing some stuff with you that you're not necessarily confident in and trying it anyways. Because that, my friends, is how you might discover the next great thing. My guides are literally freezing up right now. I did not think that would be happening. I thought we would get warmer weather than this, but it is cold. The thing with the drop shot is it can be presented a little more effectively in deeper water. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's going to be a no-go on the drop shot. it is what it is. Honestly, I wasn't all that confident in it anyways. I might try it again in the future, but I think I'll probably modify it a little bit, use something a little bit more finesse. Somebody left a bobber here. I guess that's my bobber now. So this is the spinner that I already caught a fish on, and this is the one I just rigged up. It's got a little bit bigger blade and it's got a little bit heavier weight, and it's totally gold. So I think both will work. This one will just get a little deeper in the water column, so who knows? We'll see which one works better. I'm gonna stick to this one for the most part. I just like this rod a little bit better, and I don't know, I just have more confidence in a little bit smaller spinner. Look at this rod tip right now, completely iced up. I'm not lying, it is freaking cold. Oh! As soon as I picked it up, I just saw one come up and try to eat it. Not a very big fish, but you know me, any trout is a good thing. I'm telling you, every single time I come trout fishing, I just can't get used to it. I do not get used to how aggressive these fish are. And when they swerve your bait out of nowhere, it's just crazy. It's super fun to watch. It is kind of frustrating though. You'll like watch one come up and absolutely try to pulverize your bait, and then he just doesn't show up ever again. I also bought some of those Joe's flies. I know a lot of people have told me to buy the Joe's flies spinners, and I've got those, and I'm gonna try them in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Flung this spinner in the water, and as soon as it hit the water, it was snagged. I don't know what this got snagged on. I think this might be a goner. Well, I'm gonna have to make another one about that size. I'm not gonna be able to stay out very long today, to be quite honest with you. I'm actually gonna go sell my native Slayer. I know a lot of you are probably like, what, why? And to be fair, it's an amazing kayak and I love that kayak, but it's just not quite my style, and I've got some other ones that I'd like to pick up. I'm actually pretty happy with how much money I'm getting for it too. I'm gonna take that money and go buy a different kayak this summer.
Quick update, Team Dink. Here's the dealio. My fingers are extremely cold, and on top of that, I don't have a ton more time to fish because I've got a few more things I got to get done today. But you know, we're off to a pretty decent start. We've probably been out here for about 35-40 minutes, caught the one fish, and we've seen 2 others. So I'm pretty confident that if we keep casting blasting, it's going to pay off, and hopefully we can get a couple more trout. I'm super pleased with how my Handmade spinner works and how it runs. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's see if we can go get another. Let's go.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I had a couple follows early in the day, and I'm on a dry streak right now. I don't know, the weather's kind of weird today. It's really cold and the sun's out, but every now and again the sun kind of goes behind some clouds. And I don't know if it's a timing thing or what, but these fish have been super unpredictable. Freak! I just had one bite it. That is the one thing I'll say is I didn't have any good treble hooks. So all I had was some cheapies, and that's the one area that I definitely need to improve these inline spinners. I need something light wire that's just a higher quality hook point. I can literally see it when I snap my line like that. It's just on a heavy branch that I am not gonna be able to pull off with 4-pound test. I do have one more spinner that I made myself, but I literally made it back in high school. It looks kind of dookie, so I don't necessarily know if it'll catch a trout or not, but I guess that's probably what we're gonna end up having to try. Down to my last handmade spinner. Okay, so this is the spinner I made back in high school, and it's got a real small silver blade on it. I mean, it's fine. It's just not quite as pretty as the ones I had been fishing with earlier. I've only probably got about 20 or 30 more minutes to fish, so if we can catch a fish on this, then it's absolutely clutch. I gotta come up with a game plan. Phase 1 of the game plan is I'm gonna start walking back. Phase 2, look a deer in the eyes. I'm assuming you guys can see this. Now granted, the GoPro doesn't exactly do great at this. There she goes. All right, see ya. See ya, homie. Okay, phase 2 is complete. Phase 1, start walking back. Phase 2, stare a deer in the eyes. Phase 3? Phase 3 is I'm gonna fish some of the same pools I already fished, except I'm gonna fish them from downstream to upstream. Now, 90% of the time, I obviously like to fish from upstream to downstream, but the way I say, oh my gosh, he torched it! What? I didn't get a bite on this bank earlier, and yet, okay, maybe we just learned something. Oh my gosh, why did I miss that fish? Because I overreacted and freaked the heck out. Maybe there he is! He's got it! Yes! 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 Am I overly excited? Yes, I am. That's okay. Okay. Net me. Oh, where's he? There he is. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Okay. Well, my high school made spinner works. Okay, got my hands wet. Got him right on the outside of the mouth. Okay, we're just gonna send him home. How about that? Okay, there you go, buddy. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of exhausted right now. I was coming up with some random phases. Phase 1 was walking back downstream. Phase 2 was staring a deer in the eyes. Phase 3 was make a few casts. Apparently phase 4 is catch some fish. By walking back this way and fishing it at a different angle, we're able to get some bites. Was that luck? I don't know. We're gonna keep trying to work it from the downstream back to the upstream rather than the way I normally work my spinners. And we'll see if that makes the difference. Coolest part about that is the fact that I made this spinner for myself literally like 10 years ago, and I probably never even fished it. And now here I am, 10 years later, in a completely different area, fishing it completely different than I would have ever guessed, and catching fish. So that's pretty epic. I fished the absolute crap out of this pool earlier, but now I'm gonna fish it backwards. How funny would it be if I caught another? There's a fish, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I missed him. I didn't even know how to react. My hook set was just absolute garbage. I fished the absolute crap out of this pool earlier today, and now here I am fishing it from the opposite angle, and I already had one on. I should have landed him, but I completely botched that hook set. Today has definitely opened my eyes that you don't only have to fish downstream to upstream. Oh my gosh, holy crap. My spinner wasn't spinning, so I twitched it, and one came out of this undercut. Bang, there he is, got him. Got him, yes. Decent fish. All right, we got our goal done, 3 fish. Oh, that was awesome. Not a bad fish at all. Look at that, he freaking chomped it. I couldn't even talk when that happened because he just came out of nowhere and startled the crap out of me. And then he absolutely throttled my spinner. Oh, that was insanity. Every time I go trout fishing, I learn something new. And today I learned that I don't need to be concerned about working it back upstream.
Okay folks, that's a wrap. Honestly, I'll take today and count it as a success. I wanted to catch 3 trout, I caught 3 trout. It was a process to do so, but I caught 3 trout. Here's what I'll say, I'm definitely gonna make some more of my own inline spinners in the future. I need to get some new hooks though. I'm not gonna make them with some of my old hooks because I'm not super pleased with those hooks. I need something a little bit thinner gauge wire, and I also want it to be, you know, just a higher quality hook. So once I have better hooks, I'm gonna make some more, and you can look out for me fishing with those in the future. Regardless, I've yapped at you enough. I'm going home. We'll catch you next time.